postseason. So many possibilities.
You know, BA, for the players, you're excited and relieved at the same time. You get to see all the hard work you put in during the offseason pay off.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Denver Nuggets. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. And it's Murray in at the 1. Now here's Murray. No good from outside.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Towns a screen on Porter. Anunoby for 3. Rebounded by Denver. Now Jokic. Takes it inside. And the dunk by Jokic.
Well, that's just inexcusable defense there. If you give Jokic a lane like that, the joke's on you.
Now here's Brunson. Oh, there's the alley. And it's powered home by Towns.
Well, nice touch on the lob, and Towns made sure to finish the play.
Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, BA. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Now here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Well, we always talk about Murray shooting, but he can attack the basket as well.
Brunson with it. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Hart. Deflected. Murray against Brunson. Out to Gordon. Pass to Jokic. 6 to shoot. Again, it's Denver converting.
And nothing seems to get to Jokic. So poised and calm under pressure.
Here's Brunson. A deep 3. Jokic grabs the board.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau, and I asked him about their matchup against the multiple-time MVP Nikola Jokic. He told me, quote, Jokic is going to find a way to impact the game. We just need to make it tough on him. We have to bring the physicality and be cognizant of other guys cutting to the rim. We'll see how their defense holds up, BA.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Murray, no good.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Will stand in the highly competitive West. The Denver Nuggets continue to distinguish themselves.
Well, Brian, they are unquestionably a top team in their conference, and they're proof that smart front office decisions and patience really pays off in the long run.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. No good. That would have tied it. Denver has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. Screen by Gordon. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Yeah, that's a strong finish there by Gordon. Right through the contact.
To the middle. Gordon with a steal. Porter against Anunoby. Gordon right side. And here's Jokic outside. They get the rebound. Tries again. And Gordon finishes it off. Gordon's got his second basket on the night.
Well, it's little things like that. Getting the offensive board and converting, that's what has elevated Aaron Gordon's game.
Murray against Brunson. Murray looking around. Outside Porter. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray.
Well, look, this is what Michael Porter Jr. is all about. He's out there to find shots at the arc.
Here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of those.
So it's Denver now, after the basket by New York on the other end. They get it again. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jokic has got 6.
Yeah, Jokic, one of the league leaders in offensive rebounding throughout his career.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul of the game. There's 6 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Murray, and he drives in, and it's Murray finishing it off.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. It's Denver. They're up by 11. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
You know, another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint, just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
On the court for Denver. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Porter in at the small forward position. Pass to Jokic. Shot clock at 5. Jokic using his size.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Outside Brunson. Gordon with a steal. And we're now about a minute into the second quarter of play. And Jokic throws it down.
Well, it's not what he's known for, but Jokic can throw it down when the chance presents itself.
Coach, it's interesting to watch the career path of Aaron Gordon. He's gone from one role in his previous stop, then he arrives to the Nuggets in a completely different role there.
Yeah, Brian, he's become more of a third or fourth guy, and he's embraced the change. Everybody wants to be that number 1 or number 2 guy, but you gotta play a role to be a winner in this league.
And it's resulted in championships.
It sure has.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Knicks trail by 15. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning. Brian, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. To the inside, Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Jokic's performance has been off the charts tonight. He is having a huge impact on this game.
Here's Hart, outside Brunson. Back to Hart. Hart with a screen on Jokic. Towns for 3. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Nuggets lead.
Here's Murray. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Anunoby with it. Now Porter defending. Lets it go. Anunoby can't get it to go.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
And it's Porter. That time on the assist by Jokic. Porter's got 6.
A lights-out three-point shooter. All Porter Jr. needs is a little wiggle room, and he's pulling up.
Here's Anunoby, and he jams it home with authority.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk!
Oh, explosive move. Sometimes Murray doesn't get enough credit for his athleticism.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Here's Brown, and he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Well, Murray engineering that bucket with terrific ball movement.
Pass to Brunson. 58 seconds left in the first half. 5 on the clock. And an Obi for 3. Gets it to go. His second make in 6 tries.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
The ball's knocked loose. And stolen by Brunson.
32-20.
And an Obi against Murray. 34 seconds left in the second period. Pass to Hart. 6 on the shot clock. And he's going for the oop here. And it's powered home by Towns.
And this is the chemistry Towns has with his guys. He recognizes when to go for alley-oops. I love it.
And Gordon with the big finish.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. And here's Brunson. No made baskets yet. Inside. Porter with the steal. He got it up. That one no good. And that'll do it for the first half of play. It's Denver up by 12. All right, Allie's ready to... Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
And fellas, talk to me. How good does it feel to get off to a hot start like this?
Well, I don't think any can relate, so...
Let's shift our focus now to Nikola Jokic. Outstanding tonight through 2.
Right now?
Glad you could join us.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Nikola Jokic.
He's been on a tear so far, throwing down some vicious dunks. I was a little worried for the rim in the first half.
Well, as a defense, you can't allow him that much room in the post. That's just asking for trouble.
We've got Mitchell Robinson. Miles McBride is out there with Cameron Payne. Then there's Achua, and it's Beauchamp in at the small forward position. That's Tom Thibodeau's 5 as we get going in the second half. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Westbrook. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And looking at second chance points last year, here were the teams that did the most damage on the offensive glass. The Knicks, second.
This is a hustle stat. This team pounded the offensive glass, and it shows in their numbers from last year.
So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses.
When I think of Westbrook, I think of one of the most intense players ever to play the game. A true competitor doing whatever it takes to will his team to a win.
Here's Payne. Cans it with nobody near him. Payne's gotten his first basket of the night. Denver leading by 14. And Cameron Payne is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And there's just 1 foul now away from the penalty.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Westbrook. And there's the rejection. And they're on the run. Here's McBride. Banked it in off the glass. McBride's got his first 2 points.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And look at Westbrook lifting off, taking flight off the drive for a big dunk.
Stan, we know Jokic is one of the best passers this game has ever seen at any position, but his teammates will dish it as well.
Yeah, the Nuggets, by and large, are very unselfish. It's part of their culture. They only bring in guys who are willing to sacrifice for the team's sake.
Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
Westbrook lays it up and banks it in. Westbrook's got his second bucket of the night.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie. Outside Payne. Clock at 6. Pass to Achua. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And again, it's Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 9 points now in the second half.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Payne, pass to McBride. Westbrook with the rebound.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Counted from distance.
And if the defense leaves a man open, Westbrook will find him. Russell's floor awareness helps him rack up the assist.
Payne against Westbrook. Up top, Payne. Shot clock at 6. And miss after miss right now. The Nuggets lead by 19 to the paint. Here's Chanchar, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
Robinson passes to Payne, shoots over Westbrook, and off the front iron, and in it goes. Payne's got his second bucket of the game.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
Yeah, this is how powerful Westbrook is at the rim. Looking like he wants to tear the basket down.
And yep, it's good. The Nuggets have gotten 8 of 9 to fall. Terrific offense so far in this third quarter. Knicks trail by 19. Outside Payne. On target from range. Payne's got 7.
Well, offensively, he's doing his best to keep them in this game. But they might need someone else to step up as well.
Here's Westbrook. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Payne. Rebounded by Denver. Jordan's got 4 rebounds in the game.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Screen by Gordon. Here's Brown. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And as we conclude the and it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. On the court for the Nuggets, Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Murray in at the point guard position.
Nuggets lead 57-39.
Here's Brown. Pass to Jokic. All sorts of time. And he hits the jumper. And the Nuggets lead by 20.
And that time, Jokic having the play created for him. And he obliges with the bucket.
Throws it up high. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry.
He is an all-world dunker. Gordon with the monster jam.
Murray against Brunson. Denver grabs the miss. Following this one, they hit the road to challenge the Kings at Golden One Center in Sacramento. That'll wrap up the short two-game road trip. Murray passes to Brown. And the NBA moving to a two-day draft. Your thoughts on the change, Grant?
You know, BA, a lot of pro sports are shifting to multi-day drafts. And the NBA draft can be long if done all in one evening. So maybe a good choice to break it up.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
And it's Towns penetrating. Knocked loose. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Out of bounds. Denver ball.
The Nuggets lead by 20. Outside Murray. Buries it down low.
Well, every defense gives extra attention to Murray, but they still have trouble keeping him under control.
Here's Brunson outside. Gets the three ball to go. Brunson's got himself on the board with a three there.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
Jokic with a screen on Brunson. Here's Murray. Pass to Gordon. The Knicks pull it in. Now here's Towns. Outside Hart. Now Towns. They set the screen. Drives to the hoop. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Gordon finds Jokic. Here's Porter. Here's Brown. Brunson defending. Drops in the three.
The passing ability of Jokic, the way he sees the floor, it's off the charts.
Brunson passes to Hart. Fires for three. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Nuggets.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And with this victory, they managed to avoid the embarrassment of getting totally swept in this season series.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Nikola Jokic.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
Screen by Gordon. The three is up. And it's New York with a rebound. From deep, Jokic. Here's Porter, and he battles for the ball, gets his second chance bucket.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And let's face it, they won't get back in the game with fouls like that.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth. Screen by Gordon. Gordon on the wing. Lets it fly. The jumper from the wing off target. Fires away from way outside. Can't get it to fall. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. This one wasn't. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy.
Coach, with all the fanfare of opening night, it must be tough for the players to keep their focus.
Yeah, I think obviously there's a ton of excitement because you've put the offseason to use trying to improve your skill as a player, but you love the game of basketball. It's hard not to get amped up. You know, it's just the mature players who are able to channel that in the right direction.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. They've got McDaniels. Edwards is out there with Naz Reid. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Randall in at the 4. Now here's Edwards. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Boy, Edwards so good in close. This guy has got touch and strength, everything you could ask for.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Tom Thibodeau, and we talked about the bruising big man, Julius Randle. He told me Julius sets the tone for them with his physicality. So we have to try and match that. We can't let him bully his way into the lane and get to his spots. We have to make him uncomfortable. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Gobert. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Clock at 6. Reid the pass to Gobert. The 18-footer is right on the mark.
Wow, when Gobert can step out and hit that mid-range jumper, look out.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Randall with the ball. Brunson picks him up.
Wow, excellent explosion off his feet by Julius Randle.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. 4-point game. Here's Towns. A rebound by the Timberwolves. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Edwards kicks to McDaniels. Here's Gobert. From outside, off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Gobert against Brunson. Hart with the screen for Brunson. There's the lob to Hart. It's stolen by Edwards. And they're moving it up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one goes on Anunoby.
Anthony Edwards is a load to handle as a defender. This guy's got the frame and the skill to make it very difficult.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Brunson with a clean look. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Minnesota with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Pass to Edwards. And another one falls. Amazing.
And he's done it. A new single-season franchise scoring record. Great accomplishment from him in what's been an incredible run.
It's been a season for the ages for him, and one that will go down in the history of this franchise. It's good from long range.
This is a big who we know stretches the floor to great effect. Mr. Towns from 3.
Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team, and it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
On the clock for 3, Edwards. It's rebounded by Towns. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. Trailing by 5. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see the frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
Here's Brunson after the basket by Minnesota. No good from outside.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now.
Next foul, Jalen Brunson. First personal foul. Second team foul.
44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Edwards looking it over. Pass to McDaniels. Shot clock at 5. Edwards passes to McDaniels. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. Inside. Towns finds Anunoby. There's 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. Can't connect from short range. And here's Gobert. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
On the court for the Timberwolves is our second. Quarter is underway. They've got Reed. Jaden McDaniels is out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Edwards. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. Here's Brunson. Plenty of space. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Yeah, just masterful use of the pick and roll by Jalen Brunson. Shot ready as soon as he wants to let it fly.
And Edwards slams it in.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Anunoby has the open look. Nailed from three-point land. Anunoby's got 5 points so far. One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple of seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
There is so much to love about Anthony Edwards. He is one of the most skilled young basketball players in the league, but he also happens to be quite charismatic.
Now here's Brunson. There's the lob to Towns. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, oops, the alley. A gorgeous delivery to Towns.
Left side, Edwards. This one for 3. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Knicks trail by 4. It's stolen by Edwards. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Randle down low. He's guarded by Anunoby. Edwards against Towns. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Minnesota leading by 4. Edwards at full speed. And the basket is good.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
And here we go, the fast break. Brunson's got it. Towns against Edwards. Towns kicks to Bridges. Towns a screen on Gobert. Here's Bridges. Here's Towns. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Brunson against Edwards. Pass to Randle. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Such an intelligent basketball play by Jalen Brunson. This guy understands how to get himself going in pick-and-roll action.
McDaniels gets a wide-open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall. McDaniels got the lead up to 9 now for Minnesota.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
The sweet lefty stroke of Jalen Brunson.
This guy won't give an inch. Brunson answers back with a three of his own. You've got to love it.
Edwards against Anunoby. McDaniels passes to Reed, and there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That'll be his second foul of the game.
13.
1:10 left in the second quarter. Outside for Randall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. McDaniels. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Wow, Mikal showing off a bit of verticality on that finish.
Outside Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Over to the wing. It's deflected. Reed kicks to Edwards. Shot left block. A beautiful finish inside by Ant.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Timberwolves leading by 6. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Edwards drawing the double team. Gobert with a wide open look. No good with the triple. Anunoby outside. Jacks up a 3. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Minnesota with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Well, look here now at New York. You really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes.
And turning our attention back to that first half of action, guys, Anthony Edwards was in complete control. And that'll do it for
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Cameron Payne is out there with Miles McBride. And then there's Precious Achiuwa. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Beauchamp in at the 3. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. Second, the Knicks.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Here's Alexander Walker. Robinson with the block.
Wingspan, athleticism, verticality. Robinson with authority sends it back.
The dunk by Achiuwa.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed.
Slam. And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now here's DiVincenzo. D right on him. Ingles kicks to DiVincenzo. Launches a 3. Reed gets the bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Yeah, Naz Reid, aware that ball hits my hands, I've got to be ready to rise and fire.
There's a screen by Robinson. Here's Achua. Shoots from the high post. Goes back up. And Robinson with the layup.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Timberwolves leading by 5. Reed with a screen for DiVincenzo. Miller outside. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Pass to Reed. And here is DiVincenzo. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. Miller finds Reed. Pass to Ingles. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Just got a little ahead of himself going for that rebound and gets whistled for the over the back.
And to me, that's just a case of being too aggressive. You're out of position. Don't compound the problem by committing that foul.
Mike Conley's checked in for Reed. A floater. They get it back. Achua, the pass to Payne. Here's McBride, defended by Alexander Walker. And McBride gets it to go.
Yeah, there's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Ingles passes to Alexander Walker. Out to Miller. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Alexander Walker. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. And the Timberwolves lead by 7. And Beauchamp gets it to go. Beauchamp's got his first 2 points of the night.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Down low. Robinson with the block. Here we go, one-on-one. Now McBride. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Now it's just a 3-point Timberwolves lead. Minnesota's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. And the foul called on Cameron Payne. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there. And really a tough break for the D.
So New York ends up going with the new group. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded by Anunoby. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
No one covering. Anunoby's got 8 points.
OG Anunoby increasingly dangerous with his jumper. Nice catch and shoot opportunity there.
The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Anunoby against Conley. On the wing, Miller takes a 3. Rebounded by Hart. Towns looking it over. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Timber. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Randall out there with Gobert. Then there's McDaniels. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's Edwards in at the 1 spot. There's the lob to Towns. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Edwards kicks to McDaniel. To Gobert. Brunson against Randall. Back to Gobert. There's McDaniels. No good on the 3.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Bridges passes to Hart. It's stolen by Gobert. Out to Bridges. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Randall. Back to Edwards. Edwards with confidence.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Towns a screen on Edwards. Here's Brunson. Lays it up and banks it in. Brunson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Edwards dishes to Gobert. Pass to Alexander Walker. Outside for Randall. Offline with his 3.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Gobert against Towns. Driving in, and it's jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
Wow, the size and speed of Towns, a natural-born highlight reel.
Edwards kicks to Randall. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. McDaniels passes to Alexander Walker. Now Randall. Outside Edwards. Clock is at 3. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. Brunson with it. Picked up by Edwards. Back to Anunoby. 1:58 left in the 4th quarter.
You can see that OG Anunoby wants the opportunity to deliver in a big moment and does.
Edwards kicks to Randall. Pass to Alexander Walker. To the left side wing. And stolen by Anunoby. Stolen by McDaniels. Here's Alexander Walker. Edwards passes to Alexander Walker. Another miss by Minnesota. The Knicks with the lead. Here's Anunoby with some arc. Rebound by Alexander Walker. To the middle. 1:10 left to play in the final quarter. Out to Edwards to end the cold streak. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking.
Brunson against Randall. Just 4 to shoot.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Alexander Walker passes to Edwards. Bursting off the floor. Edwards hammers it down.
so much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Towns a screen on Edwards. Brunson kicks to Hart. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Edwards against Brunson. Pass to McDaniels to take the lead. Misses the 3. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll be back with you. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Jaden McDaniels is out there with Randall. Then there's Edwards. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 2-guard spot.
Well, Julius Randle, we know this, loves to finish despite being fouled. This guy will play through contact, no problem.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Outside Edwards. And there's a whistle. Goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his third foul of the game.
Clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Gobert against Bridges. Alexander Walker with the ball. Just 5 on the clock. To the wing on the left. McDaniels drills the three-pointer. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Yeah, McDaniels has made himself a legitimate option from three-point territory. What a look there.
To the paint. And the dunk by Towns. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 11 rebounds.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Randall passes to Alexander Walker. Towns against McDaniel. For 3, Edwards. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Hart against McDaniel. Hart kicks to Bridges. A 3-ball. Hits it from 3-point range. And now just a 1-point Minnesota lead.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy's dangerous as a shooter.
Bridges against Edwards. Pass to Alexander Walker. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Crushing blow to the host right there. I mean, they were in this game for what felt like only a second before instantly giving that three-pointer.
The vertical of OG and Anunoby. Go ahead, sir. Finish with authority.
Edwards dishes to McDaniels. Gobert with it. Outside for Randall. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And it goes out of bounds. That went off hard.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
And they'll turn it over. Did not get off his shot. 24-second violation. Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
They have to be careful with the ball.
Brunson kicks to Bridges. There's the lob to Hart. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Alexander Walker. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Now here's Edwards. And an intentional foul right there.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
That's what you call slamming the door. This one is over.
Here's Anunoby. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a...
Always great to be with you as well, B.A. And this is perhaps my favorite night of the year when you talk about the NBA opening night. So much excitement. So much anticipation, and we know the rest of the season will deliver.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves, we've got Edwards, Julius Randle out there with Jaden McDaniels. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and it's Gobert in at center. Just 2 to shoot, and it's Jokic missing.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Back to Randle. Outside McDaniels. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Yep, that one goes.
Edwards flexing on them now. Bully ball inside.
Here's Murray. About a minute into this first quarter. Pass to Jokic. The three. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And he might not blow you away with numbers, but there's a reason why McDaniels is on the floor so often, Clark.
Hey, B.A., I love his versatility at both ends of the floor. He knows exactly what's needed from him by his team. He gives it to him. He doesn't need a lot of touches. He just plays the game. Love his motor, love his consistency. He is the epitome of a value utility guy.
Here's McDaniels. The Nuggets getting their last shot to go. Jams it in off a great move.
What a move by McDaniels, showing the defense how nimble he is when he wants to be.
Pass to Jokic. This one for three. And he misses again. Now 0 for 3. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Gordon on the take. Oh, wow! Oh,
watch out below.
Big finish.
You know, it's clear that Gordon is one of the best dunkers in the game, always looking to bring the thunder.
Here's Brown. Off the mark there with a 3. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And stolen by Murray. Here we go, all alone. Here's Jokic. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray.
There's just no stopping Jokic on the inside.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Michael Malone. I asked him directly about facing Anthony Edwards, and Coach said he's just so dynamic, right? Our hope is that we can control the pace, make this our kind of game, and he'll be a little less explosive. So the plan is to stifle Edwards by not letting him play at his tempo. Back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Murray, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
McDaniels can't hit. Nuggets trail by 3. Murray finds some space, and the Nuggets getting another bucket to fall.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A., it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
4 on the clock. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Gordon. Jokic the screen. McDaniels against Porter. Back to Jokic. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Here's Edwards. And again.
He's done it. A new single-season franchise scoring record. Great accomplishment from him in what's been a fantastic year.
It's been a season for the ages for him, and one that'll go down in the history of this franchise. 51 seconds left to play in the first. It's Edwards on the wing, defended by Murray.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Porter from outside. And another three for Denver.
A true sniper from long range, Porter Jr. with a nice stroke on that shot.
Edwards, a pass to Randall. Gordon with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Nuggets. Back to Porter. 4-3. Minnesota with a rebound. They beat the Nuggets during the last encounter in Denver.
The last time out, they barely captured a win against this team, and it came down to some key turnovers.
Well, composure, execution, efficiency in a tight ball game is typically what's going to determine the winner.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Nuggets on. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Denver.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And they've done a tremendous job just creating havoc defensively. Active hands have led to tons of turnovers that they've capitalized on.
Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
B.A., I love his mentality. Not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates. And he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, you know, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor. I have a lot of respect for Jokic's feel for the game. He plays the right way, sees everything, great vision, and he processes what he sees so quickly.
Outside McDaniels. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
McDaniels going upstairs with an athletic move.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Down low. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. And here they come. Here's Alexander Walker. Clark, one topic that gets its share of attention, illegal screens.
And with good reason, because guys are bigger, stronger, a lot of pick and roll action. So you've got to be more diligent in cracking down on those screens that are illegal. The game is extremely fluid. Guys are in constant motion. But I think it's a hard call to make consistently, but the officials have to keep working at it.
Murray scanning the floor. Hits the trifecta. Murray's got 10.
Tell you what, Murray's on your team. You got to feel comfortable when he's working the pick and roll. His shooting, speed, and passing all make him hard to guard.
Now here's Edwards. Give him 8 points now. Oh, Edwards powers it home.
He's showing us the handles a little bit right there. All the way to the rack.
And with the statement finish, too. Don't know how you stop that, man.
You don't. I mean, as a defender, you got to just stash that one in the memory bank and make sure it doesn't burn you the next time.
Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And, yeah, they're excited. And for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
And they double up Murray. Pass to Brown. Clock at 6. Murray's shot is good. Murray's got 5. Points now this quarter.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And Gordon with the big finish.
And that's Gordon's game now. You can't give him room to hit the launch pad, because if he does, he's throwing it down every time.
And now the T-Wolves on the break. Outside, Alexander Walker. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the first half. Gobert passes to Edwards. Over Murray. Edwards, no good.
Tried for the fadeaway over the taller defender. I like the idea. Good move, bad result.
Porter looks it over. Here's Brown, covered by Alexander Walker, to the paint. Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Jokic doing a nice job on the screen, solidly set and rolls to the perfect spot for the score.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Gordon. That's his first foul. 44 seconds left in the first half of this game. Here's Edwards, and Edwards slams it in.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Murray, no good. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. McDaniels against Murray. The three is up. McDaniels can't hit. Denver in the lead. Outside Murray. To the left wing. Inside. Here's Porter. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Ooh, stolen by Murray. The shot that time not on target. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's Denver up by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
This one looking like it could come right down to the wire, which I believe is a horse racing term. Getting to that first half of action from Minnesota, they find themselves in the middle of a tight one.
Give me Coach gray hairs with the turnovers.
And that'll do it for...
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up, be physical with him.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. We've got Naz Reid. Joe Ingles is out there with Miller. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 2. 2 on the clock. DiVincenzo. Chanchar with a rebound. The Nuggets lead by 3. Westbrook with it. Pass to Jordan. Here's Chanchar. Takes the 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Clark, it's been great to see the Nuggets as a perennial powerhouse these past few years.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you get a guy like Nikola Jokic. I mean, he's a game changer, and what a joy to watch. It took a long time for them to finally get to the place where they could win that first title, but usually teams don't become champions overnight. It's a process. Now everybody's scared of him.
Jordan, the pass to Westbrook. Here's Chanchar, guarded by Miller. Let's go with a 3. Hits the three-pointer. Chanchar's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Still no points. Left side Ingles. Now here's Watson. Ingles defending. Outside Watson. Uneasy two on the layup. And it's a 6-point Nugget lead.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
For three, DiVincenzo. Chanchar with a rebound. The Nuggets have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Here's Strother. Pass to Chanchar. And there's the drive. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's Strother. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Since his college days, DiVincenzo's really refined his handle. That's a sweet move right there.
Chalk up 2 there.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
DiVincenzo finds Miller. Out to DiVincenzo. Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. To the middle. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
And in the last 2 possessions, they've painted a picture of what not to do. Just way too loose with the basketball.
And here's Denver. They're on a 13-5 run. And it's Westbrook off the drive. Jordan, the pass to Westbrook. And we've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Now here's Watson. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Miller, a screen on Westbrook. Outside, DiVincenzo. Minnesota again missing.
How many shots has he missed this quarter? Might be time to find offense elsewhere.
Offensive board. Up top, Westbrook. 6 to shoot. There's a screen. The Nuggets need to get one up. Jordan, the pass to Chanchar. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Timberwolves trail by 11. DiVincenzo finds Miller. Here's Reed, covered by Jordan. Outside Reed, puts up a deep 3. Chanchar with a rebound. Chanchar's got 4 rebounds now. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. It's Denver. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Now Murray, Brown, and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Count it.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Randall, and he makes it on the layup.
Boy, down low, Randall can throw those 250 LBs around and create havoc. Tough for the defense to slow him down.
Now here's Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Fires from deep. The triple goes for Jokic.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Can't blame them. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
And here's Porter outside. The rebound by the Timberwolves. McDaniels got 4 rebounds in the game. Alexander Walker with it. Checked by Murray. Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Boy, what a throwdown by the well-built 6'9" Julius Randall with power.
Murray against Edwards. Murray passes to Jokic. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game. 17-foot shot on the way. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. The Nuggets lead by 13. And stolen by Edwards. Fires the 3. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Gordon attacking. And stolen by Gobert. It's McDaniels on the wing. He's guarded by Porter. Pass to Gobert. Alexander Walker with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Corner shot. Gordon pulls it in.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Nice work by Gordon, stretching the floor, opening things up with his range.
Gobert passes to Randall. And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Gordon. That's foul number 2 for him. Right side, Edwards. Outside, Alexander Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Yeah, big man with big-time handles. Great work by Randall to create for himself.
And here's Porter outside. Sinks it. What range from downtown. And the Nuggets lead by 17. Edwards, a pass to Randall. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Randall's got 9 points here in the second half. And it's Murray with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Out to Gordon. Porter a screen. They double him with McDaniels. Left side Porter. And stolen by Gobert. And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Outside Murray. To the inside. Here's Jokic. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Jokic has got 9 points in the quarter.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Nuggets.
This team did a lot of things well tonight. Number one was passing the ball.
And it was a team that was in rhythm, and they just trusted each other to take the right shots.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Jamal Murray.
He was just everywhere for them on both ends, really, just showing a lot of aggressiveness and intensity. They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Now here's Jokic to the paint. Here's Porter, and then Porter with the dunk.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there, go get it.
And he gets it to go. Now here's Murray. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg. face off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Now, New York starting 5. They've got Josh Hart. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Towns in at the center position. Here's Murray after the basket by New York on the other end. Gordon with a screen on Brunson. Murray with it, and it's Brunson picking him up.
Well, I not only like the attack, but I love the angle of attack from Jamal Murray that time.
Denver shooting their first free throws here tonight. And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, B.A., isn't it interesting, Tom Thibodeau? Lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard, they play defense first, they play a ton of minutes, but this team is gritty, and they don't give up.
Now here's Anunoby. Fires in the triple.
Anunoby showing some confidence, believing in the work he puts in.
Murray looking around. Out to Gordon. And just about a minute into this first quarter. And Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who was able to talk with Michael Malone.
And he said when you watch film on Karl Anthony Towns, his size is impressive, but when you're actually standing next to him, he looks a whole lot bigger. And he knows how to use that size on the blocks and on the perimeter, which makes him an especially tough cover. Brian?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Murray, shot is good.
This is what Jamal Murray does. He hits shots.
Hart passes to Towns. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Pass to Brunson. And he lobs it up. The shot by Towns, no good.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
And you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Now here's Gordon. Gordon with a screen on Hart. 6 to shoot. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Blocked!
A fantastic defender. Anunoby is skilled at positioning himself perfectly for these blocks.
For New York, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. And that one's good. Brunson.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Murray against Brunson, and he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And a moment to check out the 2K leaderboard. Here were the best rebounders last season. 4th, Nikola Jokic.
Simply put, he was terrific down low last year, owning the glass.
Knicks leading by 4. Brunson on the drive. Bridges outside. They set the pick. Back to Hart. Out to Bridges. Shot from the wing. And it's New York with another.
Consistent shooter like Bridges loves to get openings from the mid-range like that to get his rhythm.
And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Grant.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
He's got so many tools, and then you forget how good Murray is athletically. Gets up that time.
Porter, oh my goodness!
Oh man!
Powered it home!
Not fair at all.
Woo. Murray for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Anunoby for 3. Yes. And a nice assist from Brunson. Anunoby's got 6.
Excellent court vision from Brunson as he's able to find the open man.
Here's Brown. He's guarded by Bridges. Passes to Gordon. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Porter. Here's Murray. Brunson defending. Jokic with a screen on Brunson. Murray passes to Jokic. No good on the three.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Good on the bucket. Murray's got his third basket on the night right there.
Yeah, there's a feeling sometimes, even at 6'3", when Murray gets to the interior, he plays a bit bigger.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Brunson passes to Hart, and stolen by Jokic. Here's Brown. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Now here's Brunson. 2 on the clock. Anunoby on the take. Misses in close. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Knicks out in front. Up. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Knicks?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hart in at the power forward.
You don't leave Jokic alone in the corner. I mean, that's just asking for trouble.
Here's Brunson. Ooh, Brunson. Silky touch.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Back to Gordon. Tipped. Towns outside. The 3 ball. Drains the triple. Towns has gotten his second bucket on the night.
One of the better three-point shooting bigs.
Yes, sir! That's what you tune in for right there. Wow. And that is a merciless dunk coming from Aaron Gordon.
Right side Brunson. Over Murray. And it's Brunson missing.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Brown. He's guarded by Bridges. Brent, how much importance do you put on coaching at the pro level?
Well, B.A., it's huge, and I think the best coaches in the league are the best relationship builders. It's not about the tactics. Everybody's running the same plays and trying to take advantage of the same things. It really comes down to the connectivity between the coach and understanding each and every player you have on your team.
Now here's Murray. 9 points in the game. Releases from 15. And the Nuggets getting another bucket to fall.
Toughest thing to cover in the game, and Jamal Murray making it difficult on that play in the pick and roll.
Bridges outside. Driving inside. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hanging up there like that. Pass to Jokic. There's the 3. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Murray's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, that first quarter was a bit shaky. Good to see a player who doesn't let a slow start get to him.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 6. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there. Nuggets trail by 6. Jokic with a screen on Brunson. Pass to Jokic. Over Brunson. And it's Jokic missing.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Powerful stuff from the Joker. The defense doesn't want any of that, and I don't blame him.
And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
Well, the feed for Murray, a score-first point guard, but the setup was nice.
On the wing, Murray launches a three. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Outside Anunoby. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And we talk about guys who can really guard. 1 through 5. OG Anunoby is one of them, Brent.
Yeah, OG can make your night a living nightmare the way he can guard. He chases around shooters. He's physical enough to deal with wings who like to play in the mid-range. And he's relentless on the defensive end of the floor.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And a lot of appreciation about OG's game, right? A hard-nosed defender who can also get you buckets at times. He's always willing to outwork you. And there are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
32 seconds left to play in the second quarter. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. So New York ends up going with a whole new group. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the first half. Gordon outside for 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. The Knicks with the lead. Fast break, New York. And out of bounds. Denver will have it.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
And here's Jokic. Jokic off the bounce. And it's rejected. Oh, deflected. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. New York out in front. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
We often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient you were. And now let's take a glimpse. Glad you could join us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Really an incredible game from Jamal Murray.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
They've got Peyton Watson, Russell Westbrook out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Chanchar in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half from Michael Malone. Westbrook against Payne for the lead. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And it's going to go on Cameron Payne.
That lethal first step, Westbrook uses it to get an edge, and that helps draw the contact.
And the former league MVP in 2017. A long list of accomplishments for Russell Westbrook, Brent.
Well, how many times, BA, have we seen players celebrated in the way that Russell has been as one of the best players in the league, move and transition to a role off the bench? He's done it with a lot of grace, a lot of class, and has been very accepting of his new role.
Achua inside. Jordan's there. Achua inside. Covered by Jordan. And he converts the layup. Achua's got his first points of the night.
They're shoulder to shoulder down there. Achua comes out the victor.
Westbrook. And he banks in the layup.
and clearly he needs no time to warm up.
New York has gone 3 of 3 from outside here in this one. Here's Payne. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
He took the contact and had an opportunity to drain it.
New York shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
At the line for 2.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And it's Westbrook with the ball for the Nuggets. Trailing by 2. Pass to Jordan. Westbrook against Payne. Clock at 4. Here's Strother. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Achua with it. Guarded down by Watson. Back to Achua. Chanchar with the rebound.
Nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Well, they didn't really have a choice in the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting tonight.
The drive by Westbrook. And jams it home. Westbrook.
I know it's just 2, but man, that's a nice 2. Westbrook with the insane creativity.
Driving in. And then Westbrook slams it in.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Here's Payne. Pass to Robinson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Robinson's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Some footwork and some finesse from Mitchell Robinson.
Westbrook with it, and it's Robinson picking him up. Westbrook against Payne. Now here's Jordan. Back to Westbrook. Offline with a 3. The Knicks have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the 3rd. Screen by Robinson. Now McBride. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. From 15 feet away. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Denver has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. And there's a pick. Westbrook drives and jams it home. Westbrook.
And the burst from Russell Westbrook paying off that time. That's an impossible play for the primary defender to stop.
Achua with a screen on Westbrook. The shot by Payne, no good. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
2nd personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Denver leading by 4. The drive by Westbrook. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Now this is Westbrook just being an ultra competitor. He gets in there and the defense has nothing to do.
Payne against Westbrook. Oh, they pick off the pass. And here's the fast break. Stolen. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
It feels like Mitchell Robinson doesn't even have to jump sometimes to dunk, but man, a little showmanship from the big fella.
Payne against Westbrook. There's the triple. And book it. Chanchar's got 5.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Achua with a screen on Westbrook. And here's Payne outside. Rebounded by Denver. And here's Denver. They're on a 17-7 run. Inside. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Man, there are not many times where DJ does not just rip that rim down.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Porter. "12 seconds left in the third."
There's a quiet intensity that Jokic plays with, especially on defense. Made that shooter a little bit nervous.
Just 3 on the clock. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Denver with a 9. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So on the floor for New York, OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Towns in at the 5. Anunoby for 3. Jokic grabs the board.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
Man, scoring off a turnover is so helpful. I mean, you get easy opportunities at the rim. It devastates the opponent. They've done a great job tonight at converting on those chances.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
The kick out to Brunson from deep three-point range. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now. Outside Murray. Pass to Brown from deep. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. And Bridges, here we go. And it's Bridges with the jam.
And you see the confidence Bridges exudes. Just gets right at the rim.
The Nuggets lead by 10. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Murray passes to Jokic. Back to Murray. Pass to Gordon. Clock at 6. And it's all from three-point range.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Anunoby being aggressive right now, and that's a great sign for this offense.
And so Murray will bring it up for Denver. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Down low. Brown passes to Jokic. Here's Brown. Gordon on the wing. 4 on the clock. The Nuggets need to get one up. Murray for 3. Pure from three-point range.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Anunoby on the take. Here's Hart. Pass to Brunson. Second chance shot. Anunoby for 3. Sinks the tray.
Every year, Anunoby seems to gain more and more confidence, especially in his jump shot.
Here's Jokic. Jokic just out muscling the defense.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Offensive rebound. Hart passes to Anunoby. Here's Brunson outside. Yes, sir! Brunson for 3.
Now, Brunson is such a difficult cover. You can't let him fire away, but also he's a threat to drive.
Murray against Bridges. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Ooh, too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation. And the technical free throw is good.
Jamal Murray at his size, the one impressive thing that stands out to me is that he will willingly go right at the defense.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Launches it. And it's Jokic missing.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Here's Murray. Gordon outside. And here's Porter outside. Gets the three to fall.
Porter in a comfortable place there. He likes the passes being on target, and he stays perfect in rhythm with that, Jay.
And he lobs it up to the rim. And it's powered home by Towns.
And this is the chemistry Towns has with his guys. He recognizes when to go for alley-oops. I love it.
Jokic with it. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 5 to shoot. Pass to Brown. Fires the three. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. It's a one-on-one situation. Ooh, stolen by Murray. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside for Porter. The three. Drills it from deep. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on. And that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Tipped away. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Here's Brown. Three-pointer, no good. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For
Very young, Greg. What are you looking forward to this year?
Oh, well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got OG Anunoby. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Hart. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the 2 spot. Hart, no good. The Minnesota Timberwolves come into this one after the win against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Randle with the ball. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul. Here is Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. And Gobert kicks to McDaniels. Just 3 to shoot. For 3, Edwards trains the three-pointer.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Here's Alexander Walker. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Hart following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Back to Brunson. Towns for 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
The defense must chase Karl Anthony Towns off that three-point line. This guy is such a great jump shooter.
Edwards drives in. McDaniels gets a wide-open look. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now, here's Anunoby. Corner shot. And it's Towns missing. Timberwolves leading by 5. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Edwards looking it over. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
Guys, you have to put a body on Anthony Edwards. This guy is too skilled and too strong.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Brunson against Edwards. With a screen on Edwards. Edwards against Brunson. Clock at 4. Here's Hart. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
The ultimate glue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side.
And here we go, the fast break. Brunson's got it. Edwards with the block.
Wow, great defensive play by Anthony Edwards, engaged on that end of the floor right now.
Here's Anunoby, and Anunoby slams it in.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Now here's Edwards. 5 points in the game. Drive it and got it. Another basket.
And he's done it. A new single-season franchise scoring record. Great accomplishment from him in what's been an incredible run.
It's been a season for the ages for him, and one that will go down in the history of this franchise.
Oh, incredible performance when they needed him most.
He's now broken the franchise record for points scored in a single season. That is coming up big. Here is Edwards, coming off a stellar performance against Philadelphia. Pass to Alexander Walker. Randall with a screen for Edwards. And here's Gobert, just 5 to shoot. Outside for Randall. A second chance effort, and it's finished off inside by Gobert.
We always know this has been a strength of Rudy Gobert, getting the offensive window. Nicely done.
Now Towns. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Minnesota heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're and hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Minnesota.
And guys, I love the movement, doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Brunson in at the point.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Bridges dishes to Towns. Minnesota with the rebound.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. 7-point differential.
You call that moving with intent and purpose. The big-time finish by Karl Anthony.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Now here's Edwards. He's got 7. Out to the right wing. Gobert with a wide open look. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Looking at the Knicks, they took the win in their last game against the Suns. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. OG Anunoby has become a great complementary offensive weapon. Coach Tom Thibodeau says he's got a really good feel for it. He's very unique in that sense. He knows how to read defenses and how to attack. Kevin, his acquisition has taken this team to another level at both ends of the court. Back to you.
DA, it's been phenomenal. No question about that whatsoever. Thank you so much. Basket good. Towns has got 4 points this quarter. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Brunson outside. Outside, Towns. Off target from three-point range. Timberwolves leading by 6. Over in the corner, McDaniels. And finished up by McDaniel.
Oh, such an impressive athlete. Mr. McDaniels sent it in.
Hart kicks to Towns. from deep three-point land. Randall grabs the board. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Dyby, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randall has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover.
Three-pointer. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Randall surveying the D. Out to the wing. Here's McDaniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. McDaniels got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, McDaniels has made himself a legitimate option from three-point territory. What a look there. Well, that's 2 fouls on him early. He'll have to be careful not to pick up another one.
And 1:01 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Edwards. A beautiful finish inside by Ant.
Every aspect of Anthony Edwards' game is on display. This guy has been cooking from the outset.
Here's Brunson, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Brunson's got his first 2 points. Outside Edwards. Ripped away. Fast break, here we go. And Anunoby slams it in.
OG Anunoby, because of his athletic ability, can be special in the open floor. Nice finish there.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And here's Edwards. He's got 12. 4 on the shot clock. Minnesota again turning it over. Payne with it. Gets it off. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Well, look here now at New York. Like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah. And turning our attention back to that first half of action, guys, Anthony Edwards was in complete control. Thanks for spending halftime.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
They've got Reed, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Joe Ingles, and it's Miller in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Payne. Robinson a screen on DiVincenzo. Now Payne. Pass to McBride. 6 to shoot. There's a screen by Robinson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And McBride drops them both. Now here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Ingles. Here's Shannon. And Robinson comes to help. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Now here, the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. Number 5, the Knicks.
Boy, their rebounding last year was phenomenal. Great fundamentals, aggressive to the ball. That helped them pull down a lot of second chances.
Payne in the post. McBride with the ball, and stolen by Miller. And that one is stuffed right through.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And stolen by Miller. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Wingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. And the wide open shot from Reed. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Here's Beauchamp. Miller grabs the miss. Timberwolves leading by 15. Down low. Here's DiVincenzo. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. DiVincenzo's got 5 points in the quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Robinson drives in. That shot off. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. For Minnesota, they had gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. Free throw drops for Ingles.
What you love about Joe Ingles is he's going to give you a little bit of everything. He can score it, he can pass it, he can board it, and he can guard. Whatever you need, he's going to bring it.
Here's Shannon. Reed in the post. Defended by McBride. And here's Ingles outside. And the 3 ball is good. Ingles has got 7 points in the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Payne. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
Here's Shannon. Defended by McBride. Shots good by Shannon. Shannon's got his first points of the night.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
How about the quick first step by Achua on that drive? Nice.
And here is DiVincenzo. He has 5. Now Miller. Pass to Shannon. DiVincenzo with it. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense from Robinson. There's 57 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Beauchamp, covered by Miller. Going inside, and Beauchamp gets it to go.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Now here's DiVincenzo. And the foul called on Cameron Payne. That is his first foul of the game. A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. There's 31 seconds left in the third. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Offensive rebound outside for Randall. Edwards with it. He's got 12.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Hart with the screen for Anunoby. There's the lob to Hart.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves out in front by 17 points at the end. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And New York looking at who they've got. They've got Hart. Jalen Brunson out there with Bridges. Then there's Towns. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward. Pass to Anunoby. Shoots. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. McDaniels against Towns. Here is Edwards. Back to McDaniel. Randall passes to McDaniel. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Brunson. Edwards with the block. And he's able to get it back. Hart, wide open. He fires. No good on the triple. Timberwolves leading by 17. Randall kicks to McDaniels. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to McDaniel. Now Alexander Walker. Clock at 6. Edwards, no good. Outside, Towns. Now, here's Anunoby. Defended by Gobert. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance. And the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
Outside, Edwards. Randall, a screen on Brunson. Edwards finds Randall, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Guard him big, guard him small. Julius Randle is so crafty on the interior, it matters not. He's going to finish.
Bridges outside. Towns sets the pick for Bridges. Then Bridges jams it in.
When Mikal Bridges saying, don't sleep on my athleticism, some big-time hops.
Over to the left wing. A shot by McDaniels, no good. Knicks trail by 13. Towns, the pass to Anunoby. They get the rebound. Brunson outside. From the arc. Oh, Brunson from way outside.
Wow, Jalen Brunson. My goodness, that was deep.
Timberwolves leading by 10. Randall dishes to Gobert. Randall against Bridges. Gobert with a screen for Randall. Pass to Alexander Walker. And here's Edwards from the arc. Does not score for only the second time in 7 shots this game. Here's Bridges. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Minnesota's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Now here's Gobert. Randall outside. They get a hand on it. Bridges with the steal. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. apart, no good. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul. Minnesota's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Timberwolves.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket, didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn it.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Anthony Edwards.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
And finished off by McDaniel.
Well, keep your head up. Look for an opportunity to facilitate Julius Randle the delivery.
From deep, Brunson, and again, New York with the triple. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
Boom, he jams it straight down. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference. Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David
How do you prepare for that?
I think the key is to manage your practice going into a back-to-back. In other words, let's turn that down a bit, reduce the minutes on the floor, mental reps on the practice court as opposed to getting up and down a lot, because you're going to play hard in both games. So if you can get the tank on full heading into the 2 games back-to-back, that serves you well.
Let's take a look at our starters for Denver. Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. Now here's Jokic. Three-pointer off the mark. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch, and obviously facing Nikola Jokic was the first topic of conversation. Coach told me they don't hand out MVP awards. The Joker is one of the most talented players in league history, and he's 7 feet. It's unreal. In terms of how to stop Jokic, he laughed and said, I don't think anyone has that answer, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Gobert, no good. The Nuggets have gone 1 for 3 so far. With lots of prime seasons ahead of him, Clark, Nikola Jokic already has multiple MVPs and a championship.
It is an incredible resume already, that's for sure, B.A. I think he's got a chance to get into that top 10, maybe top 5 all-time conversation. But he's special, and what a joy to watch. Never seems to be overexerting himself, but he's making impact at both ends of the floor. He's extremely special as a basketball player.
And it's McDaniels off the drive. Left side, Edwards. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. For Denver, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Murray from outside. Buries it from 3. Murray's got 5 points.
Immensely confident in his game. Murray doesn't think twice about pulling the trigger from deep, nor should he.
And it's Gobert penetrating. They need this. And Gobert with the stuff.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
And so here is Denver. After the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Porter finds Murray. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. And again, Denver with a 3.
You know, I think this is a shot Porter Jr. has to continue to knock down, because after all, he's out there to stretch the floor, so he's got to cash in from there.
Now here's Edwards.
What you say? My goodness. Come on now. Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards. Love to see you operate like that.
Gordon with a screen on Edwards. Edwards against Murray. Jokic with a screen on Edwards. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Here's the 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Timberwolves trail by 4. Edwards, the pass to Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
You know, once he has the positioning he wants, he's ready for the big finish. Julius Randle throwing it down.
Here's Porter, and then Porter with the dunk.
I guess you don't need 2 hands when one will suffice.
Hey, as long as you don't lose control.
Yeah, I like the variety, though. Nice to switch it up.
Well, Clark, you look at Denver's lineups. They have a lot of size on this team.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's kind of the polar opposite of small ball, B.A. I mean, with Jokic in the middle and a lot of length on the wings and in the backcourt, too, this is a growing trend in the league as I see it.
Now here's Murray. He's got 5. Gordon with a screen on McDaniels. Out to Gordon. Pass to Brown. Outside Murray. And here's Gordon from the arc. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. And here's a look at the top shooters last season. No wasted chances among this group. Second is Rudy Gobert.
So consistent from the floor. He shot it at a great clip last season.
Another one falls. Amazing.
He's done it. A new single-season franchise scoring record. Great accomplishment from him in what's been a fantastic year.
It's been a season for the ages for him, and one that'll go down in the history of this franchise.
Always good to see the young fella Porter Jr. outwork the opposition on the glass that time.
McDaniels from long range. Brown grabs the board. The Nuggets lead by 4. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Porter outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. Porter's got 10.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
Here's Edwards. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the evening.
A superstar-level talent for sure. Anthony Edwards is awesome, but I like his competitive spirit as much as his skill.
Gordon with a screen on Edwards. Right wing. And here's Jokic outside. And again, Denver with a 3.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Ooh, he drains the 3. Looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time or not?
Yeah, they're going to review that shot to make sure he got it off in time, but
Michael Porter, he's been the guy making things happen for the Nuggets. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Nuggets?
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
We've got McDaniels, Edwards out there with Akil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Julius Randle, and it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup from Minnesota.
You know, you got to keep your feet if you're the defense, because once Gordon gets you off balance, he just goes right into the contact.
Clark, when it comes to someone like Aaron Gordon, it seems like he makes at least one jaw-dropping play every night.
Well, when you've got that kind of special athleticism, B.A., you can do that. You can make highlight-type plays just by virtue of your activity and giftedness as an athlete. But he's become a heck of a basketball player, too. You always knew the athleticism was there, the energy was there, the work rate was there. But now you're seeing the skill develop. I love watching him work.
Outside McDaniels. Gobert with a screen on Porter. McDaniels from long range. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game. Denver in the lead. And then Porter with the dunk.
Fast break points are a lot about hustle, and Porter Jr. does not hold back in getting up and down the court.
And out of bounds, the Nuggets will take it. And let's take this time to bring up the list of last season's elite shot blocking teams. 5th best, Minnesota.
Now, we all know they didn't allow any easy buckets last season. I mean, their defense was tremendous, and the rim protection was just outstanding.
Here's Brown going inside, goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Here's Edwards. Oh, the finish inside by Edwards.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
Jokic passes to Murray. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Murray's got 8.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Edwards for 3. Porter pulls it in. And so Porter will bring it up for Denver. 7-point game, biggest lead so far. When this one's in the books, they'll be off to Sacramento, taking on the Kings. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept the mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Gobert with a screen on Murray. Alexander Walker. They get it back. Back to Edwards. 3-pointer. Edwards making it look so easy from deep. The Nuggets lead by 6. Murray with it, and it's Gobert picking him up. Yep, that one's good. 10 points for him.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Edwards finds Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. 18 points for him. Outside, Alexander Walker. Can't hit from the elbow.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And it's Murray finishing it off.
That tenacity on the drive. Murray is at his absolute best when he's in attack mode.
Edwards can't hit. The Nuggets have gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. Pass to Jokic. And here's Porter. Jacks up a 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. The kick out to Edwards. Now Alexander Walker. 3-pointer. Right side McDaniels. Gobert passes to Alexander Walker. Over Murray. Minnesota again missing. Denver leading by 10. Shoots over Randall. Here's Gordon. Oh, rejected by McDaniels.
McDaniels is perhaps the best wing defender in the league, guys. Showing us why right there.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Randall, pass to Gobert. And it's Denver with a rebound. Jokic just got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. To the middle. And Gordon with the big finish.
And Gordon taking advantage of the fact that when he gets up in the air like that, nobody's interested in getting in his way.
On the wing, Alexander Walker. Randall on the screen to end the drought. He can't hit that time. And we've reached halftime in this one. It's Denver up by 12. All right, now let's check in with Al. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Thanks for looking at the Nuggets. You really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big...
And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Denver Nuggets. Thanks for tuning in.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Michael Malone. They've got DeAndre Jordan, Russell Westbrook out there with Peyton Watson, and it's Chanchar in at the 4. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Conley's checked in.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And the layup is good off the glass. Conley's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Timely cut by Conley. He took off the moment he saw that opportunity open up.
Outside Watson, pass to Chanchar. Into the lane. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
So close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a 3-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
And he makes both free throws.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Timberwolves trail by 12. Left side, DiVincenzo. Over Westbrook. DiVincenzo can't hit.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Here's Jordan. Good work there as it goes. Jordan's got his first bucket in this one.
Jordan really relishes playing through contact and converting, showing you just how strong he is and a good level of concentration, too.
For three, DiVincenzo. Rebounded by Denver. Here's Chanchar. Jordan with a screen on Conley. Chanchar's shot is off.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Conley, he's open. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Conley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nice hustle from Conley that time. When the break is available, he really gets after it.
Here's Chanchar, guarded by Miller. To the inside, Strother. And Conley grabs the miss. Timberwolves trail by 12. Ingles from outside. That one is off. For Denver, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Here's the teardrop, and the layup is up and in.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside. Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is highly encouraged by the growth of the game. He said, in addition to being the fastest growing sport in the world, we are the #1 participation team sport in the United States. Boys and girls are playing basketball in record numbers. Love to hear it, Brian.
No doubt. The game's in a great place right now, Allie. Thank you. Here's the pick. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Here's Reed. Chanchar with a rebound. Chanchar's got 4 rebounds in the game.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Ingles. And he gets that one. Ingles got 4 points in the quarter.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Jordan with it. He's picked up by Miller. Here's Chanchar. Connects from downtown. And the Nuggets lead by 15.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Miller can't get it to go. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Here's Westbrook. Nice D from Reed.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
The Nuggets lead by 15. Here's Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
Westbrook has tremendous elevation for a guard. So athletic, and not only does he get high up in the air, he's strong while he's up there.
Driving to the basket and finished off by Westbrook.
You know, Westbrook will not let an opportunity to embarrass his defender go wanting. Oh, my goodness. What a move.
Ingles from outside. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. In transition, here they come. A nice shot by Watson. Watson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And so it's Denver, continuing to pile it on. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Dante DiVincenzo out there with Mike Conley. Then it's Miller. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's Ingles in at the 3 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. And it's Jokic missing.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes. And that's exactly how you have to defend them on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Here's Edwards with the drive, and Edwards slams it in.
Well, I tell you what, once Edwards accelerates, I mean, he looks like he's playing at a different speed than those around him.
Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. And it's Randall with the jam.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Murray with it. Randall's in his pocket. Gordon can't hit.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
And out of bounds. Denver will have it.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Murray against Edwards. Murray passes to Gordon. Back to Murray. Screen by Gordon. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 7 tonight. Edwards for 3. Rebounded by Denver. Porter's got 5 rebounds in the game. Oh, nice! Oh, big finish! Man. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Hey, listen, Gordon once jumped over a mascot while putting the ball under his legs in a dunk contest. I mean, he's one of the most ridiculous athletes and dunkers we have in the game. Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
The offensive rebound. Here's Porter. Uses the glass on the layup.
You'd love to see Porter Jr. do this more, using his height to rescue the possession.
It's Edwards on the wing. Outside, Alexander Walker. Gobert with a screen on Murray. Outside for Randall. Lets the 3 fly. And another 3 from Minnesota.
When you have Randall on your team, he'll space out that floor.
McDaniels finds Edwards. And it's good for 2. Edwards has got 6 here in the quarter.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Here's Murray. A 3 from the inbound. Kept alive. Takes a 3. Knocks down the triple. And the Nuggets lead by 15.
Boy, the defense has to respect Murray's range. I mean, there's a reason he's a volume three-point shooter.
Edwards gets the bucket.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
Gordon, the pass to Brown. Outside Murray. From deep three-point land. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Gobert passes to McDaniels. From downtown, knocks it down from distance.
If you want the title of 3 and D player, you've got to make 3. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Nuggets.
It's impressive how the reserve players stepped up and delivered in this one.
They didn't just help out. They made a big impact and really secured the win for their team.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And one of the league's superstars, producing as he always does. What a terrific game for Jamal Murray.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in. He was so involved in so many plays tonight. A force on both ends.
Sinks it from distance.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
Back to Daniels. The kick out to Edwards. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It'll go on Michael Porter.
Pretty tricky and sweet pump fake move by Edwards there, pulling the defender in close to get the foul drawn.
And both free throws good for Edwards. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. 22 was their biggest lead. From outside the arc, sends it home from three-point land. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. They have to feel good about it. All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill.